cash a meal. And do it through the pain, I don't need a pain. And life gon' get me down, but it won't break my will. Cause I've been chasing this so long, I can't give up. I won't give in, been through too much. I done prayed for the money, I done prayed for the fame. I done prayed that I will make a sacrifice and play this game. I done prayed that my life would never be the same. I done prayed that I will make it bring glory to my name.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the NFL Coverage. First off, I'd like to apologize because this episode is coming a little later. It is Saturday, so this episode is going to drop Sunday morning. So it's basically super late at the last minute. I normally have these episodes posted Wednesday, so it could be you can watch it before Thursday night and after the I record Tuesday after the Monday night game, and I drop it Wednesday before the Thursday night game. But obviously Christmas was this week and we're coming up on the new year, so my schedule got a little hectic, but I'm getting it in for you guys. And before we get started, this podcast is brought to you by Final Form Subs. As you can see, this is a brand new, it's still got the seal on there, brand new container of protein powder ordered for myself, obviously. Got to get the gains in. Great nutrition, 110 calories, 2 grams of fat, 2 grams of carbs, 2 grams of sugar, so very low sugar, very low in fat, very low in carbs. 22 grams of protein. Again, we got all you need at finalformsubs.com. We got stuff for joint, we got stuff for recovery, we got stuff for sleep, hair, skin and nails, collagen, all that stuff. Guys, go to finalformsubs.com, SUPPS.com, and use promo code COACHSTRIB, all caps, no space. Get 10% off your order. All right, we'll place that there. So, being that it is Saturday, there was a Thursday night game and there was a game played today. So 2 games have already transpired for week 17, but we're going to keep it the same structure. We're going to go over week 17. We're going to fire through real quick, talk about the games that have happened already real quick, and then go over what we're expecting for tomorrow or today if you watch this the day this drops. Just real quick, like I've cut these podcasts for the NFL coverage down to under 15 minutes. So now I'm going to start aiming for 10 minutes tops. I'm going to try to aim for a quick 10, maybe 12 minutes just to keep it quick, clean. You can listen, get caught up with the NFL, and then go about your day. Something that's a little more palatable and digestible for the average everyday folk. Now, let's go into it. So, week 16, Rams beat the Saints 30-22. Rams are shaking up to be a good team. They get Cooper Kupp back and they guys back from injury, and they are rocking and firing all cylinders as of right now. They're playing really well. Steelers get the dub 34-11. Buffalo Bills beat the Chargers 24-22. Titans, Seattle Seahawks. I actually went to that game. I'm from Nashville. I went home for Christmas, and we actually went to the Titans game that Sunday. Weather was fantastic, and it was a great game. I wish the Titans could have gotten the dub, but Geno Smith pulls another trick out of his hat to go for a game-winning drive there at the end to put the team up, and the Titans just couldn't get it done. So Seahawks beat the Titans 20-17. Colts, Falcons, upset alert. Falcons might have been the favorite, but I expected the Colts to come out and win. Falcons win 29-10. Browns, Texans. Browns 36-22. Amari Cooper sets the Browns franchise record for receiving yards in a single game. He has 265 catching receiving yards in a single game. Now I want to pause right here real quick and talk about Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, a guy that had retired and was sitting home chilling on the couch, get calls up because of Deshaun Watson's shoulder injury, gets called up to play. He is playing phenomenal right now. Joe Flacco, he is playing absolutely out of his mind. Browns move to 11-5, and don't forget, Browns have the #1 defense in the NFL. So some would say this is the perfect storm for Joe Flacco, being that the year he won the Super Bowl, he had Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, and the #1 defense in the NFL at the time, or top 5. I'm pretty sure they were #1, but he had a phenomenal defense. So he is very familiar how to get this team to the Super Bowl in the promised land. So it's shaking up to look really, really, really well for Joe Flacco. I want to grab stats for you guys, because Joe Flacco, I believe he had 368 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have 2 interceptions, but still, that boy is out there slinging that thing. And he's playing with house money. He knows he got pulled up just to fill in for Deshaun Watson, and next year he's probably going to go back into retirement. He's playing with house money. Moving on, Panthers-Packers. Tight game. Packers beat the Panthers 33-30. Washington Commanders lose to the Jets 30-28. Even though the Jets have been eliminated from the playoffs, they are still out there playing. Lions beat the Vikings 30-24. Jags lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield playing phenomenal. Mike Evans playing phenomenal. I mean, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are looking like one of those dark horse teams that could make a run there in the playoffs. Baker Mayfield, 283 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. Mike Evans, 2 tutties on 86 yards. Moving on, we have Cardinals, Bears. Bears beat the Cardinals 27-16. Dallas, Dolphins. The question was, Dallas has been very, very bad on the road this season, and Miami has struggled to beat teams that are over 500. So who's going to get the dub? Miami gets the dub. It wasn't pretty, 22-20, but they got it at the end of the day. Broncos, Patriots finally get another win after a very droughty season for them. They moved to 4-11. They get the win over the Denver Broncos. Monday night, we had Raiders, Chiefs. Raiders beat the Chiefs 20-14. Giants, Eagles beat the Giants. Jalen Hurts passes Cam Newton to set the NFL single season record for most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback at 15. For those that don't know, this Cam Newton actually set this record when he was with the Patriots that one season. All right, Baltimore Ravens, San Francisco 49ers. Baltimore Ravens absolutely dominate San Francisco 49ers. Baltimore Ravens 33-19. And I mean, as of right now, Baltimore Ravens look like the best football team in the NFL. That's the game of the week. It was going to come down to, like, this is the game. This could potentially be the Super Bowl matchup. And that's what a lot of people are predicting, because these 49ers don't have to play the Ravens unless they both end up in the Super Bowl, because NFC, AFC. So it's looking like San Francisco is the strongest looking team in the NFC, and the Baltimore Ravens the strongest looking team in the AFC. So that could have been a precursor for the Super Bowl. Alrighty, no buys this week. Moving on, week 17. So Thursday night, we had Jets, Browns win 37-20. Again, Joe Flacco out there playing with house money, 309 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Again, another 300-plus yard game for Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's just out here literally having fun playing football. They win 37-20, and they move to 11-5. And then tonight, the game just happened. Crazy finish. Dallas Cowboys, Detroit Lions, both really good teams. Detroit Lions were 11-4. Cowboys were 10-5. Cowboys get the win. They win by a point, 20-19. For some reason, the Detroit Lions went for 2 when they had 19 because they were banking. They didn't want to send it to overtime. They took a risk, saying, you know what? We're calling game right here, right now. They did not get it because of an illegal touching. So poor management there. I don't want to say poor coaching, because they get the 2-point conversion. They had a 2-point conversion, but the penalty nullified it. So I think it's a gutsy call. I'm not mad at that call from coaching standpoint, but the mistakes and the execution killed them. So Dallas gets the dub there. They both are 11-5 now. So now moving forward, tomorrow we have Miami Dolphins, Ravens. That's my game of the week. Y'all write that down. This is going to be at noon. So most of y'all probably will not have watched this before noon, even though this will be dropping 9 o'clock in the morning. Miami Dolphins, the Baltimore Ravens, Miami Dolphins. That's my game of the week. Ravens are a 3.5-point favorite. If the Dolphins beat the Ravens here, then I think the Dolphins are probably solidified as the top tier, the top elite team in the AFC. Tennessee Titans, Houston Texans. I don't know. C.J. Stroud's been playing well. Titans have been eliminated, so I don't know if they're going to play or not. They did not play Will Levis last week, and I think they were doing that and they didn't want to risk him getting hurt. Ryan Tannehill, this is his last season, so I think they're just going to let him play out, and then they're gonna stick with Will Levis, so they're just protecting their asset there. Buffalo Bills, Patriots. Bills are a 14-point favorite. So if you want to bet on that, some big winnings there. Rams, Giants. Rams 6-point favorite. 49ers, Commanders. 49ers 14-point favorite. Then we got Eagles, Cardinals. Eagles 12-point favorite. Buccaneers, Saints. Bucks are 2.5-point favorite. Then we got Panthers, Jags. Jags are only a 4-point favorite, with Panthers only having 2 wins on the season. So that's an interesting betting. There's interesting point spread there for Vegas. I'm curious on how y'all came up with that. Bears, Falcons. Bears 3-point favorite. Colts, Raiders. Colts 3.5-point favorite. Seahawks, Steelers. Seahawks 4-point favorite. Broncos, Chargers. Broncos are 3.5. Bengals, Chiefs. Chiefs are 6.5-point favorite. And we're going to close out with Packers, Vikings. Vikings 1-point favorite. So we might have us a good game here. Sunday Night Football. Real quick, just to look at the standings. For the AFC, we still have the Baltimore Ravens out at 1. Miami Dolphins at 2. Kansas City Chiefs at 3. Jags at 4. Colts at 7. Bills at 6. Browns at 5. In the NFC, as of right now, we have San Francisco at 1. Eagles at 2. Now, remember, Eagles had dropped significantly, but Dallas losing has changed everything up because they lost to the Lions. Eagles jump up to 2. Lions at 3. Bucks at 4. Cowboys at 5. Rams at 6. Seahawks at 7. And just real quick to give you guys some we'll just go over the leaders real quick. So Tua leads in passing yards. Tua took Tagovailoa leads at 42-12. Rush passing touchdown. Dak Prescott leads at 30. Receiving yards. Tyreek Hill leads at 16-41. Receiving touchdowns. Mike Evans leads with 13. Rushing yards. Christian McCaffrey leads at 13.95. Rushing touchdown. Mostert with 18. And interceptions Bland with 8. And that is going to do it for this episode of the NFL Coverage. We're going to be back to our regular scheduling next week. The week after, we'll talk because I will be at a conference. But again, appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next week.
My destiny.